So this is a Bailey Unicorn Cadiz. You've got the handbrake, hitch, and your hitch, handbrake, and jockey wheel, which we'll demonstrate here on site in person. You've got the gas regulator on the bulkhead, your gas bottle, and by the time you pick the van up, there'll be the gas pipe work going to the bottle also. You've got your gas valve on top of the bottle to turn the gas supply on and off, and it's a reverse thread fitment that goes into the bottle itself. You've got a storage locker on the front right hand side of the van, and you've got one on the opposite side of the van also. And then you've got your water storage tank for the onboard water tank. Most people don't use these, but I'll explain to you when we go inside the van how to fill it. You've then got your water pump connection. Water pump connects into the side of the van, and the pump pickup drops down inside the aqua roll itself. All the heating and hot water system flow on the outside of the van just here. And again, you don't need to do anything with that at all, but I'll walk you through how to operate the heating and hot water on the inside of the van. You've got your wind down leg on each side of the van at the front also. The motor mover I'll demonstrate to you while you're here on site, and the wheel nuts will also be torqued while you're here on site, so you can see they've been tightened correctly. Two grey waste pipes coming out the side of the van. So the fresh water that goes in the front of the van will come out the side here and will go down into your waste master. You've got your 110 amp leisure battery fitted to the van, and your mains power lead coming in. Behind there is the red power socket for the motor mover itself, and again we'll go through that when you're here on site. Got your toilet flush tank here, which takes 3.5 litres of water and a cap full of the pink fluid. Then in the bottom you've got your toilet waste cassette, which you pull out by pulling the handle up and pulling the cassette towards you. The orange neck here turns out to allow you to tip the waste away. And on the back of the cassette you've got an orange pressure relief button to allow the waste to be poured away without it spitting and splattering back at you. Before you use that cassette, you'll put a 1 cap full of blue fluid in there, and also a litre of water. On each side of the van at the rear, you've got your wind down legs. You'd never use these wind down legs to lift the caravan, they are there just to stabilise it. Coming down the door side, behind the door you've got your fridge vents. So the 2 fridge vents there allow the hot air at the back of the fridge unit, and also one of those there is a gas flue behind it. You've got a 240 volt leisure power socket coming out to the outside of the van also, so it allows you to run a power lead to your awning. You've got your barbecue gas point and your storage locker at the front. You also then down the bottom got your wind down leg for this side of the van. Going on to the inside of the van, you've got your main control panel. So you've got your master power switch bottom left hand side, you've got your internal lighting, you've got your awning light and your water pump run, which I'll come back to in a moment, and below that you've got your Audi heating and hot water control panel. The caravan hasn't been cleaned yet, so do bear with me while I move some bits around as we're going through it, just to demonstrate where everything is. First thing you need to do is come underneath the seat on the front right hand side of the van, and in the back corner behind the pipe work that you can see here going right back into the back corner, you can't quite see it in the video, but where that white pipe is, there is actually a yellow drain down valve on that plate. You can literally just about see it just here in the video below my finger. Fortunately it's a little bit hard to get to. That yellow valve, before you fill the water system, needs to be parallel with the floor, and if it was upright pointing towards the bottom of the seat, it would actually drain all the water off the system. So before you fill it, make sure that valve is parallel with the floor. To fill the system, you come over to each tap on board the caravan. You open all the taps up on the hot side of the water heating. As you can see, we've already done that and the water system is full. But you'll open all the taps up, so the tap on the kitchen sink, the one on the bathroom sink, and also the one on the shower. And once you've done that and you've got your rack roll connected on the outside, you can come over to the control panel by the door and turn on your water pump. Once the water system is full and you've got water coming out as we have now, out of every tap on board the caravan, not just the kitchen one, you can then turn off each tap, and at that point you can start thinking about warming the water on board the van. That's where this little silver control panel comes in. Now on the screen just here, you'll press the store reset button, and it will bring up an option in the corner of on and off. That means your heating and hot water on and off. So that is the main power going to the Audi heating system itself, so like the master switch for your boiler at home. So you'll turn that on and make sure that is turned on before you try and heat anything up. You'll come to the right when that is flashing in the corner, and it will give you the option to control the heating of the caravan. So this is the internal temperature of the caravan. You've got minus or plus to set the heating on board the van. I'm going to turn that down for now, it doesn't need to be at 30 degrees. As you can see, go all the way down to 5 degrees, which essentially is turned off. If I come across to the right again, I've got the option to turn on my hot water, or the hot water. So at the moment it's turned off, and when you've got the tap symbol flashing at the top, you can press the on button, and the water system then will start warming up on electric or gas, depending on what you have got turned on at that point. If I come across to the right again, I've got the option to run gas on board the caravan. Now to ignite the gas system, I can press on, and that will allow me to ignite the system with the gas bottle turned on, and essentially then everything will be running on gas on board the caravan. If you want to turn the gas supply back off, you can turn it back off by pressing down just here. So as you can see, the gas is now turned off, but it will self-ignite on gas as long as you turn it on just here, and as long as the gas bottle's turned on at the front of the van. If for any reason you haven't got gas, or it doesn't ignite the first time, I'd advise you go to the hob and bleed the gas system via the hob to make sure you got gas through the entire gas system. If you want to run the heating and hot water on electric, you can come across to the right again to where you've got the 2 just here, and that is essentially saying we're running on 2 kilowatts of power at the moment. You've got off, 1 kilowatt, 2 kilowatts, or 3, depending on the caravan site you're on. So here on site, realistically, we can run 2 kilowatts as an absolute max, but some sites will allow you to run the 3 kilowatts, and that essentially will allow your heating and hot water to run at its most efficient power supply. Obviously, if it's on the 1, for instance, it will take that a little bit longer to warm up, but you could always boost it with the gas if you wish to, so the heating and hot water warmed up that little bit quicker. Hopefully, you understood all that. If you do have any questions on that at all, again, please give us a call. It's no problem at all, and we can walk you through it again over the phone, or while you're here on site collecting the van. So that's your heating and hot water. One last part of the heating and hot water system you need to know about is this power switch just above where the heating tank is. You'll need to make sure that power switch is on to make the rest of the system live once you've got it turned on the wall on the other side, or on the control panel. Microwave works very much like your household microwave, no differences at all there. The same as the hob, grill and oven. Water system we've been through, and again that works very much the same as your household. We're going to go to the cooker next and demonstrate how that the fridge next, sorry, and demonstrate how that works. So on the dial on the left hand side, you've got 3 options. You've got 240 volt, 12 volt for when you're towing down the road, and your gas at the bottom. To get the fridge system to work on mains, you'll spin the dial to the mains option, and you'll control the temperature of the fridge on this dial on the right hand side. If you want to run the fridge on 12 volt mode while you're towing down the road, you'll need to make sure you connect it to the car first. You'll turn the dial round to the battery symbol just here, because it will work off the 12 volt supply from the car, not the caravan. Then once it's on, you'll simply put your bits and pieces in the fridge, beers and wine essentially, and get the fridge nice and cold. To ignite the gas system for the fridge, you'll spin the dial to the bottom, you'll press in the temperature control and hit the igniter at the same time. Once it's ignited, the red line just here in this window will come round into the green, and essentially when that red line is in the green, that is the pilot light for your fridge. So like I said, to ignite it on gas, round to the gas option at the bottom, press in the temperature dial and hit the igniter at the same time. Once it has ignited and that red line is in the green, we do advise that you hold the temperature gauge in for around 5 to 10 seconds just to allow the thermocouple to warm up, then slowly release the gas valve. For any reason it fails to ignite, again, go to your hob, bleed the gas system through there, and then you should have gas to every other component on board the van. The last thing I'm going to take you through on this particular van, on the inside, is the toilet system. So on the toilet, you have an electric flush on top, as you can see here. You have a full indicator light for the toilet waste cassette. This red light appears red when the toilet cassette is full. At the bottom of the toilet, you've got your grey waste handle just here, which when that's open, allows the toilet waste into the cassette under the van. When you are trying to take the toilet cassette out from underneath the van, you need to make sure the toilet is pointing straight across the van. So you turn it back to that position rather than the turn position. However, as you saw, you can turn it to make the seating position more comfortable, I think, as it was. So that is the Bailey Unicorn Cadiz. If you have any further questions on this particular van, please don't hesitate to give me a call here at the Caravan Company. And I assure you, when you see it next, it will be a lot cleaner. And we hope you enjoy the caravan. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any further questions, like I said, please don't hesitate to call, and we'll be more than happy to answer them. Thank you for now. Bye-bye.